Hello. If you guys can hear me, please let me know. I'm just working on making sure my YouTube is streaming too, because we all know I have issues with that. So let's make sure that's going. Sweet! Looks like that's going good. So if you can hear me on YouTube, please let me know. Trying to get my chat up here. All right, Tyler on YouTube says he can hear me just fine. So let me know if you guys can hear me here on Twitter. Okay, Ray says you guys can hear me on Twitter too. Awesome. Perfect. All right, let me throw my chat up here. Let's see. Let's get the chat going. Open. An unknown error occurred. Okay, well, I will just follow you guys here. And Brian says you guys can hear me on Twitter too. Awesome. Hey, Fifi. Thanks for dropping by. I'll give it a little bit for people to funnel in here. Looks like we got a couple on YouTube and some people on Twitter too. So both streams are up and running. Awesome. So basically I've given up on streaming to Facebook right now. I did a little research and I guess the issue seems to be that Facebook updates something every so often, and if you don't, so I'm using Restream to stream to multiple platforms, and apparently if you don't report it to Restream that it's not working on Facebook, they can't patch it. So basically it's something they have to patch every once in a while to make sure that Facebook works, which is really unfortunate because I would really like to stream to Facebook as well, but for now I guess you guys will just have to hang out with me on YouTube and Twitter, which is where most of you are anyway, so it's not that big of a deal, but I just kind of feel bad that some people on Facebook might be missing out that want to see me stream. But whatever, we're here. It's Thursday, we're comfy, so let's chat. Kind of waiting for people to funnel in here. LF Theory Cube on YouTube says, can hear you just fine. Hello from the socialist hellscape that we call France. Oh, hello. What time is it there? Fifi on Periscope says that she's here to support, but also to harass. So great. Oh, Libertarian05, hey, what's up in the YouTube chat? Thank you for stopping by. Always in the chat. Thank you. Libertarian05 said congrats on my Super Bowl win. That's cool. I'm going to give it about 10 minutes of just like shooting with you guys, and then I'll get into the topic that I want to talk about tonight, which is going to be juicy. So, apparently it's 2 a.m. in France, so what a trooper. I too am a night owl, but I've been trying to go to sleep earlier, and this way some European people might catch it if they are night owls, and that way people on all the coasts can hopefully catch it too. I think this is a pretty good time to stream, and I might adjust it, but for now we're going to stick with 7 Central Time. Ben in the YouTube chat says, go see Birds of Prey to end the patriarchy. You know, the thing is, like, I've heard that Birds of Prey actually isn't that feminist when you see the movie, but that the marketing was just really bad. This is per Eric July, who's actually seen the movie. Freedom says, so we're all seeing Sonic, right? Yeah, sure. Fifi, did you Did you fall asleep during Birds of Prey? Is that what you mean? You went to see it and you fell asleep? I've heard mixed reviews. I heard that it was like the cringiest, and this is from people that really like Harley Quinn. I've heard it's really cringy, and then other people have been like, no, it was an amazing action movie, blah, blah, blah. So I haven't seen it. I'm not going to see it. I might see it if it comes to the dollar theater. Probably not, though. I've never really cared about Harley Quinn as a character, and after watching Eric July's review of it on his channel, I just don't think it's something I'd be interested in at all. So Nate's in the YouTube chat. Hey Nate, what's up? Oh, Caspian in the YouTube chat said Casey for life. I missed it. Yeah, absolutely. Fifi on Periscope in the chat says, I'm a huge Harley fan, but it was boring. I thought Ivy was in it. Yeah, I was really disappointed. I'm not a big fan of Harley Quinn, but and I'm not super into comics, but I've always really liked Poison Ivy and Catwoman better. So I was kind of disappointed that they didn't throw Poison Ivy in there. So that was really, really disappointing. And also, somebody pointed out in the Periscope chat that if anybody knows anything about comics, it's probably Eric July, and that's true. So I trust his opinion on stuff. He said it wasn't that bad, and that, you know, he personally thinks that Margot Robbie makes a decent Harley Quinn, which I agree with. Like, I don't dislike her portrayal of Harley Quinn, but like I said, I'm not into the comics, so I don't really want to speak on that Periscope chat. That if anybody knows anything about comics, it's probably... So... Oh, Nate's on an intermission. Are you guys streaming tonight too? Punished Berserker says, evening. Good evening. When I say I'm not into comics, I don't mean I dislike them. I just mean that I don't read them and I'm not knowledgeable on them and am a normie. I enjoy the aesthetic and a lot of the characters, and I watched a lot of the cartoons growing up on Sunday mornings, but Fifi in the Periscope chat says, New 52 Ivy Orby Riot. Yeah, I do have that cosplay that I have never posted. I think I posted one picture of myself in the New 52 suit. Oh, you're right, it's Saturday. Saturday morning. Listen, it's been a while. I don't even have cable television anymore, 'cause millennial. Oh, Libertarian 05 pointed out that if there was a Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn movie, it would put another check mark for LGBT. And yeah, I don't know, there's so much stuff they could have done with the movie that wouldn't be like tokenizing and would actually kind of hit the mark with a bunch of different audiences, but they just didn't do that, and I don't understand why. It's just kind of proof that the people that making the movies also clearly either they don't know about comics, or they just don't care and they're just crapping on the source material. Ray don't in Periscope says, don't bother checking them out. Don't bother checking what out? Brian in Periscope says, it's 2020, no one's allowed to be iffy on anything. You either have to extremely hate it or extremely love it. How dare I? Ben in the YouTube chat said, you're a woman that isn't into comics? Guess Eric was right again. Comics are a man's hobby. I mean, yeah, predominantly, and I think anyone that thinks otherwise is silly. And that doesn't mean there aren't women that are into it, but like it's very disproportionately a male hobby, which there's nothing wrong with that. Pleb of Reasons asking when we should abolish the Fed and should we embrace Bitcoin. I don't know a lot about Bitcoin actually. I know I'm libertarian, so I'm supposed to, but we should abolish the Fed as soon as possible, obviously. So I don't actually think that they will come after anime. They've kind of already tried to come after anime, and yeah, I mean, if you watch Crunchyroll, you're most likely watching the really terrible dubs where they try to insert politics into things with the subtitles or whatever. But Japan's too based. They're not gonna let them do that. They don't care. So hopefully that holds on. I honestly don't see it happening in anime. No, dubs suck. Morgan in the YouTube chat said, can you explain your victory dance when the Chiefs won? I didn't do a victory dance. I'm pretty sure I just like screeched and ran around the living room. I don't think I danced. Good morning, Gabriel in the YouTube chat. I must be morning there. Roger said not having an opinion on something sounds centrist to me, very blue-pilled. Okay, that's rude, first of all. I'm not a centrist. There should be a top 10 list of the most based countries. That sounds interesting. Poland's got to be up there. Poland's pretty based. Oh, come on, guys. You know what I think about centrists. That's rude. Yeah, Poland and Hungary have got to be up there. Tyler, I have watched a little bit of some XFL games, and I might be going to one in the next few months. Might make a trip to go see one live. We will see. For those who don't know, the XFL is basically another American football league. Let's make sure my chat is working. I'm not seeing periscopes, so let me make sure I'm seeing you guys too. Every time I do a YouTube stream and a periscope stream, I feel like I neglect the periscope stream. Yeah, I think that so far the XFL has done a pretty good job. My husband and I were talking, and it seems like they've done a really good job of putting the teams in cities that have a market so that they can balance it out and make sure they're making money there, and then also putting teams that don't have as big a market. Brian, the XFL is a thing again. It started this past weekend was the first set of games. Ray is asking me what my thoughts are on Robert Pattinson playing Batman in the new movie. I'm not a huge fan of Robert Pattinson because my only experiences with him are Harry Potter and Twilight, and well, do I need to say anything else? Do I think he can do it? I don't know. I don't really watch that many movies, and I definitely don't watch that many movies with him in it, so I don't know if he will do a good job acting it or not. I don't think anybody's ever gonna top the Dark Knight movies for me. So, like that era of Batman in DC, I really personally enjoyed. But then again, I don't know. I think I've enjoyed Marvel a lot more than DC, but that's not really saying much considering DC hasn't really put out a lot, especially in recent years, obviously. So. Oh, by the way, Ray Cancer, I have an answer for you. I'm just trying to copy it from Twitter here. How do I copy links on browser? Oh, here we go. Hello? Oh, you can't post links in YouTube, I forgot. That's weird. Well, Ray Cancer, the answer is no. Clearly you didn't see my Twitter thread about that. Hello, everyone on Periscope. Ray on Periscope, what were you saying? What was made for American audiences? I didn't quite catch that. Nate Nate in the YouTube chat is asking me what I thought of the Joker movie. I actually tweeted about it after I watched it. I thought the Joker movie was really, really good. I'm not gonna lie, I obviously didn't see it till a week and a half ago, I think. So maybe 2 weeks ago. So I was honestly kind of skeptical because obviously there was a lot of memes surrounding the movie and everyone was talking about how amazing it was, and I tend to be a little skeptical when everybody's praising it. Obviously not everybody was. I know some people were immensely triggered over the fact that the Joker movie even existed, even though they didn't watch it yet and they didn't even know what the plot was going to be. But I have never been so uncomfortable watching a movie, and I mean that in the best way possible. Like, at points my palms were sweating. Like, I also can't do gore, and I mean, don't get me wrong, compared to most movies, the quote-unquote violence in Joker is like not that bad, but like there's some points I'm just sat back and was, whoa, did that just happen? So I thought it was really good. I thought it was a good enough mix of action and like psychological stuff, and just a overall really interesting character movie, which like that's what they marketed it as. It was supposed to be a character study basically. So I thought it was really good. I thought Joaquin Phoenix did a really good job, and I was kind of worried because I don't know, I haven't, like I said, I don't really watch movies a lot, so I'm not really familiar. I know he's been in a lot of other movies, and obviously he received an Oscar for the Joker, so like he clearly didn't suck. So, but I thought he did an amazing job, and I really, really enjoyed the movie. I really did, and I went in not expecting much. I did not have high expectations because so many people kept telling me it was so good, and I really, really liked it. And this was with, I even knew some things that were going to happen in the movie because I watch movie reviews and stuff like that. So I knew some things that were going to happen in the movie, and I still thought it was really, really good. Also, if you haven't seen it yet, at this point, it came out in October. When did it come out? Didn't it come out October last year? Yeah, it came out October 4th. So you're not really allowed to say no spoilers. Sorry. That's 5 months. So, sorry, it's been almost half a year. If you haven't seen a movie, I'm not going to ask chat to not spoil it. Also, as Tom pointed out in the YouTube chat, Joker is not really one of those movies you can spoil. I definitely caught some of the most iconic scenes in clips on Twitter, and it was still a really good movie. So, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't feel bad for talking about plot points in a movie that came out 5 months ago. That's a little bit ridiculous, sorry. All right, let me see. Oh, I mean, I don't care if people saw it or not. I'll spoil it. I don't care. I mean, I'm not going to spoil it, but my YouTube chat's talking about it, so. Okay, let's get to what I actually want to talk about tonight now that we have some people in here. Nate, if you don't want spoilers for Joker, do not scroll up in the YouTube chat because there are definitely quote unquote spoilers. Okay, let's see. Oh, taco salad. Oh, I get it. Taco salad was asking, isn't watching Hollywood movies supporting people that hate you? You're assuming that I went to see the movie in the theater. Also, they don't hate me. I'm not a man. I'm not a straight white male, so I get points from them. Sorry, if I'm not focusing on the chat here, I'm trying to figure out how to share my screen. Because I am a boomer. Oh, cool. Is this working? Can you guys see my Twitter? Oh no, I need to share a window, not a browser. My bad, being a boomer. There's always a boomer moment on all of my streams. Whoa. You know, Thomas in the YouTube chat said he wore a red suit to the screening. Yeah, they started banning Joker costumes from some theaters. Also, in reference to tonight's stream topic, it was more targeted towards men supporting women online that hate their guts. Which I'm trying to figure out how to share my... Oh, cool. Here we go. Yes, no, maybe so. Oh. Maybe not. Is this it? No. Well, I would put the topic as the title, but I'm kind of also answering questions too, and I might also just make a video on what I'm talking about tonight. I'll obviously be leaving this stream up, but I might also talk about it too. So I didn't really want to put... Also, it's kind of a weird title, so... Hello, Sidewalk Closed. Hey, Wyatt. Hola. I hope I'm seeing periscopes. I'm sorry if I'm not paying attention to the periscope chat as much as I should. I feel like a lot of people jump over onto the YouTube chat because I neglect the periscope chat a lot. Okay, now let's do this. We're doing it live. Yes, doing it live, which is really unprofessional, but welcome to the Boomers live streams. I should have called this series Boomer live stream instead of Comfy live stream, but it's comfy too, so. Hello to everyone joining Periscope. I see we're having a few new people join the Periscope chat too. Just messing around here. Should put on some Jeopardy music. Gabriel Sandwich said, I've never seen one of your videos, didn't even know you had a YouTube. Yeah, I don't promote my YouTube a lot. Obviously, as you can see, I don't have that many YouTube videos. I always plan on making them, but I never do. But I figured out live streams are a pretty good way to hang out with you guys and actually be able to answer your questions, because as you all know, when you're on Twitter and Facebook and social media, a lot of stuff gets mistranslated or people read things into your voice that you are not saying. So live streams have been pretty cool so far. Everybody's just kind of hanging out, asking questions. I don't really promote my YouTube a lot. It is in my pinned tweet at the top of my Twitter. But it's not something I promote a lot unless somebody asks or somebody mentioned something that I have made a video about. So. Ray Cancer be trolling up in here. Okay, we know we want to do. Yeah, I recommend. The topic is basically supporting women that literally hate you. Poisterine says hi from Singapore. Hello. Thanks for joining. Gosh, so we have what? We have France. We have Singapore. Ray switched over to YouTube. Yeah, I'm sorry about Periscope. If you guys are in Periscope, keep asking questions. I do have that on the screen now too, so I can keep track of that too. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I am currently... Perfect. Now I can see the YouTube chat and the Twitter chat and do what I'm doing. Alana has joined the YouTube chat. Hey, Alana. Gravy ram sandwich. No, I mean there are people who support those who hate them, but it's predominantly men that are supporting people that hate them, and it's absolutely bizarre. I don't have Patreon. I don't support Patreon. Anyways, so I guess I'll just talk about it while I try to figure this out. Basically, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, I got into it with this sex worker on Twitter because if you guys are unfamiliar, there is a virtual YouTuber who has gone over to Chatterbait, which is a webcamming girl website. And her name is Melody, and she's currently almost at like 60,000 followers on Twitter. She went from like a couple thousand to 70,000 followers overnight. Basically, she's a virtual YouTuber. It's like an anime girl avatar, but she cams and she talks to people. And she was the number one stream on Chatterbait. And well, women are really mad that use the site. They're beyond mad, actually. They're pretty furious, and some of them dragged their way into my mentions today, and it was pretty funny. One of them accused me of being a fake girl and an anime profile picture, which is of course flattering because if you don't follow me on Twitter, my profile picture on Twitter is me in cosplay. So that was pretty funny. So all I did was I quote tweeted a story about Melody, this VTuber that's on Chatterbait, and I was basically said 3D women are canceled or something like that. You know, go Melody, she's a queen, all that kind of stuff. Like just meme stuff. Like I'm just joking around. Melody's cool. I've talked with her a little bit. She's in a Discord that I'm in. But the 3D cam girls, as we call them in the anime world, the actual women, quote unquote, don't like this anime model that they're competing with, which I find to be hilarious, obviously, because we all know that the real reason they're angry is because they're having to compete with this. And like I said, Melody shot up to the #1 stream on Chatterbait, and they were not happy about it. In fact, I saw several tweets going around of these women who have accounts on Chatterbait that were straight up saying that her stream should be taken down because she's not real, because of course apparently women don't know about the internet and weren't aware that there is a real girl behind Melody voicing Melody. She's just using an avatar model of an anime girl, which I find hilarious. And quite frankly, it's pretty innovative. Like, think about it, you know, I'm sure these cam girls wouldn't want to admit it, but they have an expiration date on their camming careers. There's always going to be someone younger and hotter than them. So basically, Melody invented a way for these women to be cam girls forever, and they're mad about it. I don't really know. So they were not happy. I think my tweet ended up getting like 800 something likes. It wasn't a really big tweet as far as like quote unquote viral tweets go, but it was big enough that some, excuse me, my tweet got big enough that some cam girls stumbled onto it and just basically started raging at me like, how is this fair? You know, this isn't what we're in this for. You know, just the usual suspects of stuff, all the excuses. And so I ended up quote tweeting one of them and making a thread saying that the smart business decision for these webcam models to do would be to embrace the innovation that Melody is bringing onto the website rather than trying to get her taken off the website. Because, one, that just looks very bad. Two, I honestly doubt that Melody's taking away customers from these women. A lot of these women are, you know, their customers are not exactly people that are into anime. And as many of you know or may not know, people that watch anime don't exactly like or want to watch actual women strip and say mean things about them, because most people that like anime know that these women hate them and they're only doing it for money. So one of them that I got into it with tried telling me that she just cares about the real human connection, and then I went to her Twitter and she has 1,500 followers. Keep in mind, Melody has 70,000 followers now. And it's just very obvious that a lot of these girls that don't like Melody dislike what she's doing, because she's doing it far more successfully and getting successful a lot more, a lot faster than they did. Let's just say that. One of the girls that was arguing with me, now to be clear, like, I don't care about Twitter numbers, but it is really funny that the girls that are attacking her now that she has 70,000 followers have like half or like a third of the followers she does. One of the girls that was attacking her had 1,500 followers, and the other one that was attacking her that started attacking me and saying I'm some fat dude behind a computer, because I guess they didn't look at the links in the top of my Twitter. So the one had 1,500 followers and the second one had 12,000 followers, but she posted pictures literally of her tits and was getting 5 likes. So yeah, I'd be pretty mad too that this anime girl's getting thousands of people watching her streams. I'd be mad too. But I'm not in that profession, so I don't have to be mad. So, I don't know, it was pretty funny. Yeah, as Thomas points out, one of the girls that was coming at me in my tweet and trying to argue with me, she was making the argument that she cams because of the quote real human connections, because everyone knows the best way to find real human connection is to jack off to a girl behind a screen. That's true human connection. And that Melody is a VTuber, so therefore that's not real human connection because it's not a real person. So apparently these women didn't know that a real woman is behind it and thought that it was like some dude coding a 3D girl. They didn't understand how the technology was working, first of all. Second of all, the one that was trying to say that she liked the real human connection, as Thomas pointed out in the YouTube chat, her bio on Twitter was manipulating my way into men's hearts and wallets or something like that. So, I mean, yeah. Do I need to say anything else? So, when I said that the stream was going to be about supporting people that hate you, I mean these people that constantly talk shit on men, constantly berate men, whether it's a fetish or not, because like I said, this one cam model was into financial domination, which in case you are unaware, apparently that is where a woman will treat you like a piece of garbage and you pay her money to do that, because I don't know. I can't explain it, but it's pretty sad. And I wasn't even making any moral judgments about either of them. That's why it was so funny. If you followed me for a while on Twitter, you can probably take a guess at what I think about webcamming. But yeah. I didn't have a problem with them, but they seem to really have a problem with me and really, really have a problem with Melody, which I find absolutely hilarious. Gabriel said, Melody looks straight out of VR chat. I don't understand the whole dude hacking a chatterbait thing. These webcam models, a lot of them seem to think that somehow Melody was just a dude behind a computer hacking chatterbait and putting an anime girl there. They don't know technology or memes, apparently. So I was trying to explain to them that Melody is a VTuber, a virtual YouTuber, and it's virtual reality, and there is a woman behind what she's doing, and she is responding to these people politely and actually engaging nicely with her viewers. And that's why people like her. Also, it's just hilarious because it's an anime girl on webcam. I mean, come on, that's genuinely funny. But they didn't understand that. And they just kept going on and on about how it's a slap in the face to real women who put their bodies and faces online, and there's a stigma, which I find hilarious because these types of models online are constantly telling me that they're very proud of the work that they do and that they don't care about the stigma. And now all of a sudden this virtual YouTuber is streaming on Chatterbait and getting thousands and thousands of views, and suddenly the webcam models are talking about the terrible stigma behind what they do. Interesting. Just an interesting thing to note. Yeah, I mean, I've spoken to Melody a little bit in Discord, and actually one of my friends, Fifi, that was watching the stream earlier, I don't know if she's still here on Periscope or not, is actually really good friends with Melody because Fifi is a virtual YouTuber too. So she says she's really nice, she's really genuine, and doesn't deserve any of the hate that she's getting. Shocker. But yeah. It's pretty bad. It's been really telling. I mean, obviously we've seen women attack each other online a lot. I was tweeting about it before this whole thing went down. But just to see the viciousness of this is, you have to find some humor in it. Otherwise, it's just really, really sad. Gabraham Sandwich says on the YouTube chat, I can't get over how funny it is that the 3D cam girl demonstrates beautifully how hollow the whole thing is, that a bunch of guys will just immediately switch to fapping to CGI. Yeah, that's another funny thing. These cam girls are mad because they're like, oh, it's the genuine human connection that I like. But, this virtual person is getting a lot more attention than you are. So have you considered that it's not really the quote-unquote human connection? I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that these girls know that's not what it's about. They know that they don't give a damn about the human connection, and I'm sorry they can't tell me that they do, because if they really like the human connection, they would be doing porn. They wouldn't be doing webcamming. And as I explained to one of them, she said that, yeah, it's an innovation, but it's Basically, webcam girls on Twitter right now are like the South Park meme, like, they're taking our jobs. That's webcam models right now. And it's really, really, really funny. Like, it's just genuinely funny. Because if they were smart, and I did have one fairly popular webcam model who actually followed me on Twitter after my tweets. She said she totally supports Melody and thinks it's really cool. So that's the smart thing to do. That's the smart business decision for these webcam models, would be to embrace this and to maybe ask a VTuber to do a stream. Like, webcam models collaborate on streams all the time. But instead, they're trying to get her deplatformed when she just started streaming this week, and demanding that nobody watch her streams. And if you watch her streams, of course, they said the usual things like, oh, guys who watch these streams are probably living in their mom's basement, blah, blah, blah. Like, who do you think's watching your streams? Like, stop supporting women that hate your guts. At least Melody's nice. From what I've seen, Melody's a genuinely nice person. These girls that I interacted with today, I wasn't even attacking them and making like moral judgments on what they were doing. I was just saying it's not a good business decision to attack her. And they got angry and started attacking me and saying I'm not real. So, I don't know, man. It's wild. So wild. I genuinely don't understand it. It was quite hilarious, though, that one of them was trying to call me a bot. I told her if she could come on the live stream tonight, but she didn't answer. Taco Salad said, can I just say, this is all very weird, just in general. I mean, yeah, it's weird as hell. It is genuinely weird that VR is a thing, and that, you know, it's all weird. Webcam, people that watch webcam models, it's we think it's a thing about it, it's a very weird thing, but, you know, the future is now. And all I said to the webcam models is that the future is now, and they better get on board. Personally, I think that these webcam models that are women who put their real bodies on the line out there for webcamming should be thanking Melody, because they have an expiration date looks-wise, and now there's a solution to that. When they start to get, you know, a little bit older and people aren't coming to their streams as much, they can just become a virtual webcam model and be a cute anime girl, and people will watch them. Sounds good to me. I don't know why they're so angry, but I am not a webcam model. I am married. Thank you. Apparently Melody is online now. If anybody wants to go check her out. I mean, I don't model though. I just dress up as anime characters. I don't do modeling. And I just started streaming 3 weeks ago, so I get what you're saying though. It's a funny joke. Yeah, it really has been interesting, like I said before, to watch these models, and I this is basically what I said in my tweet. Suddenly all these sex workers went from sex work is real work, we need to support all sex workers, and then you have a virtual reality anime sex worker, and suddenly it's, oh, well, all sex work is real work and we support all sex work, except that girl, because she's an anime girl and she's taking our gerbs. It's hilarious. Oh, apparently, I guess you guys are checking it out. Yeah, apparently she's #1 on Chatterbait right now again. So that's hilarious. So despite the haters, she is still queen of Chatterbait. So we'll see how that goes. I'm really interested to see how this plays out in the next couple months and what they do. Yeah, so much for female empowerment. Ethicine says in the YouTube chat, these streams are a great way to get interaction with your follower and conversation with your followers. Yeah, that's the plan. That's why I'm doing them. People have been asking me to make YouTube videos, and you know, I've interacted in the comments with people on my YouTube videos before, but this is probably one of the best ways I've found so far to interact with you guys. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the streams. I know they're kind of off the cuff and I have boomer moments, but I'm glad you guys are hanging out and checking it out. For people in the Periscope that are wondering what we're talking about in the YouTube chat, we're just kind of laughing because these webcam girls are all about female empowerment until somebody challenges them at the top of the pile, basically. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the term crabs in a bucket, but that's essentially what this is. All these girls were fine with each other, at least walking on eggshells with each other, fine. Because, you know, women will do that thing where they'll be like, your hair's nice, and the women will leave the room, and the girl will like whisper, her hair's so fucking ugly. That's basically what's going on right now. All these girls' true personalities are coming out. Like I said, I have seen some webcam models come out in support of Melody and be really nice to her. Those are the smart ones with business sense. And I have noticed that the ones that are supporting Melody are the ones with bigger followings because they don't feel threatened because they already have their fan base. It really seems like the ones that feel threatened are either the ones who are new or they don't have as big of a fan base and they're angry that in a few days, Melody has the biggest fan base or the biggest viewership on Chatterbait for a few days in a row now. Thomas is asking in the YouTube chat if the cording is bleeding into Mac and Liberty. I love this timeline. I don't know. I have beef with Jeremy at one point, so I'm still subscribed to him though. He unfollowed me on Twitter over something really petty, so I was poking fun at him and he couldn't take the bants, so he unfollowed me. It was pretty funny. Sorry, I'm just scrolling up to see if I missed anything in YouTube chat here. Wow, apparently Melody has 15,000 viewers. Amazing. And apparently that's 2,500 more viewers than the next highest person. So that is absolutely hilarious. Alana said, anyone who's for female empowerment publicly truly isn't for it. I think that you can make that argument with a lot of things. I've also noticed a trend of anybody who calls himself a free thinker seems to be absolutely idiotic, in my experience. I don't know why, but it seems like a lot of people who are grifters call themselves free thinkers. It's like if you have to say you're a free thinker, are you really a free thinker? Shouldn't that be self-evident, you think, if people are scrolling down your timeline? That seems like a compliment you would get. You know, oh, you're such a free thinker, you know? I've never had anybody say that about me, which is fine, because I think it's a stupid label, but it's like, I hope so. Aren't we all free thinkers? Do you have a robot controlling you? Is somebody controlling your brain? Is that where we're going? You can't send me super chats because I don't meet the qualifications for views on YouTube yet. So Yeah, so you can't send me anything. You can't super chat me. The only thing I have donation wise is Ko-Fi, which is my alternative that I like to Patreon, but I don't. It's whatever. It's not as complicated as Patreon, though. I don't do any exclusive content or any of that. It's literally just a link people can donate to. I don't, I used to post it on Twitter a lot, but now it's just in my bio on Twitter, and if people see it, they see it. Or I'll post it in YouTube chat. But I don't even remember what I said to Jeremy, the quartering. I was just poking fun at him over something. And I think he ended up saying he was drunk and he unfollowed me while he was drunk because he was really mad. And he just never followed me back. It's not a big deal. I still follow him on Twitter and I'm actually subscribed to him. Ethosine is asking in the YouTube chat, how are your cosplay efforts going? So the most recent cosplay I've done is my UMP9 cosplay of Girls Frontline, which I've reposted today. And I have 5 or 6 cosplays that I have ready to go. I just need to put on and take photos of. So I need to get on that. M. Gabriel in the YouTube chat is asking, where do we sign up for the Melody cosplay? Yeah, that's a little too lewd for me. If you're on the YouTube chat and you don't follow my content, you probably should, because I don't really do that kind of content. If you want to see that, you can go check out Melody on Chatterbait. Taco Salad, which is the best name ever, is asking in YouTube chat, what do you think of the Ashley Ray Goldenberg going hard at Kathy Zhu? I have several thoughts. I don't really care. It's kind of annoying at this point. Ashley follows me on Twitter. We're mutuals, as the kids say. But I think it's pretty annoying. I went through my phase where I would constantly argue with other people on Twitter, and I got blocked by a lot of people. And I'm just kind of over it now. I get if you have a beef with someone and they're attacking you, you want to defend yourself. Like that girl called me a fake guy today, and I quote tweeted her and said, actually, that's me in my profile picture. That's one thing, but to constantly, I mean, how many days has it been? I have been seeing Ashley make tweets, and I'm not trying to start beef with Ashley. I'm not, not trying to do that, but I've just been seeing her tweets for so many days now, and it's just kind of ridiculous. It's just annoying at this point. Like Ray said in the YouTube chat, it's just useless Twitter drama, and I get why, because now they're like talking shit about each other and you feel the need to defend yourself. But at this point, Kathy, one of my friends tweeted out something. I've been following Kathy since she was at like a couple, tens of thousands of followers. And she's got into it with a few of my friends. And I was actually I'm blocked by her on all social media. Kathy, that is. Because she called one of my friends racist in a Facebook thread, and I called her out on it. So she blocked me on Facebook. And then I tweeted her about it and said, why are you calling this person racist? That seems like a leftist thing to do. That doesn't seem like a conservative or a free thinker, because Kathy's one of those people who calls herself a free thinker. So I've seen Kathy lash out at people. It's just for attention, like plain and simple. I'm glad that when I get a little too crazy on social media, I have somebody, my husband, to be like, hey, I can tell this is bothering you. Why don't you do something else? I don't think Kathy has that. Do you know that Kathy answers almost every Instagram DM that she gets? That was the last platform she blocked me on. So I think she's just starting drama. I think if Ashley was smart, she would have just ignored it. Because that's what Kathy wants. She wants clout. She wants to start beef with people. And she hates chicken nuggets, and quite frankly, that's un-American. So that's what I have to say about it. Sorry, let me scroll up in YouTube chat and catch these other questions, guys. Tyler Durden, would your husband let you give money to cam girls? We would never give money to any cam girls. Also, that podcast sounds cool, but I'm married, so my husband and I will have been together for 8 years in May. We just got married last October, so. No, there is no chance whatsoever. No Simpson chat, please. Thank you. Someone in Periscope is asking me how to get into politics. Don't do it. Now, if you want to research, there's a lot of resources you can go to. If you're in college, there's a lot of college groups you can join. If you're not, the internet is your oyster. Someone's asking me what I think about the Hunter Avalon versus Caitlin Bennett. Hunter Avalon is a grifter, and Caitlin is one of my really good friends. So that's all you need to know about that. Is my husband white? Yes. My husband is very white. Not as white as me, because this is, you know, but he's white. No, Caitlin, no, she isn't. Her husband is like 2%, but she isn't. See-through is the same thing as white. Thank you very much. Taco Salad in the YouTube chat says, Mises Institute is everything you need to know about politics. I agree. Nova on Periscope on Twitter is asking me, would you ever consider an Azure Lane cosplay? I'm not equipped, I don't think, for anybody in Azure Lane. If you get what I'm saying. A lot of the Azure Lane girls are really, really cute though, but I'm not equipped for that. And I don't mean the boat parts, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, I like Caitlin. She actually was she popped into my chat on the last live stream. Nova on Periscope, oh come on, you would make a great HMS hood. Yeah, okay. Sure. Shottery Dave on Periscope says hi. Hello. Hello to anybody that's joining on Periscope. I see a few more people are joining there. Ray Ray's on the YouTube chat says, I challenge that. Twitter has everything you need to know about politics. Oh, so funny. Ray Cancer, the person that wrote that article, cheated on his pregnant wife, and I can personally confirm that that's not real. And he has actually admitted that, by the way, that that's a fake article. But if you'd rather believe people that cheat on their pregnant wives and have to apologize for it, then that's fine. You do you. I can't stop you. Someone's asking if I'm gonna cosplay AR-15 on Periscope. No, she isn't one of the ones I have planned. People really seem to like my UMP9 cosplay though. Currently on my Ko-Fi, I have a goal for UMP45 because I want to do the other sister, and I'm gonna do HK416 for sure from Girls Frontline. But other than that, I don't have any other cosplays plans from that so far. I do like AR-15. I like that design though, so we'll see. Yeah, here's the thing though. I talk to her on a daily basis and have her phone number, and I'm telling you that it's not real. So that's not just like hearsay. Like we're really good friends. She was in my YouTube chat last time. Barry Smith in the YouTube chat asks, "Are you gonna branch out with your cosplay?" What do you mean by branch out? I guess it depends on what you mean by branch out. Like do things other than anime? Maybe. Pleb of Reason's asking if I saw Dank's video on Melody. You mean Count Dankula? No. I'm not subscribed to him. I don't think I follow him on Twitter anymore either. So no, I haven't seen his video on Melody. I imagine he thought it was pretty funny though. Le Plural, is that how you say that? Hello. Thanks for stopping by the YouTube chat. Appreciate it. I was actually one of the first. I've been tweeting about how 23andMe is a scam to get your DNA for a really long time. So. "23andMe is essentially just a scam to, one, they're specifically targeting young people, and two, to make white girls think they have percentages of minorities in them that they actually don't, which has been proven. Some of the sites are lying about how much minority these people have in them. It's basically just so white YouTubers can get excited and sit on camera and be like, yay, I'm 2% Native American, or whatever other minority you want to pick. And it's hilarious, don't get me wrong, but not really something I'd be interested in. So also I don't trust them not to sell. Gabraham Sandwich is asking in YouTube chat, have you met any followers of yours or groups of followers you don't like? You mean in person or just in general online? Ray said, I've been following another libertarian girl and she's been dealing with black supremacists for the last 4 days over reparations. Absolutely hilarious. That's funny. I'm probably blocked by that person. Dan Savannah is asking, what are your thoughts on the ContraPoints? Just in general? Gabriel's asking, have you attracted a portion of your audience who you just never really intended to attract or never wanted? No. I mean, I have 18,000 followers on Twitter, and I have had people believe me, try to make an argument saying, well, a lot of people of this kind follow you, so that surely must mean you agree with them. No, I've attracted a lot of people, especially through cosplay and anime, because believe it or not, especially on the internet, people do actually have different points of view. So, especially through anime, I've attracted a lot of people that I definitely don't agree with politically, but I don't care. I'm not somebody that's gonna disavow part of my Twitter followers because one of them said something bad, or like, oh, somebody in the YouTube chat is saying bad things, so that must mean you agree with them. And I'm not saying you're saying that, but people that tend to say that do kind of make that argument a lot, and it's BS. So no, I've never attracted, anybody to my audience that I think, oh no. I guess sometimes every once in a while another cosplayer will follow me and I'll see that they're very leftist. And I won't be mad about it or be sad that they're following me, but I'll kind of worry that they're going to get angry at my tweets and then dislike me before giving me a chance to show who I actually am as a person based on my tweets. That I worry about, but I've never regretted, quote unquote, attracting part of an audience. I think that argument's bullshit. Hello Noah, thanks for joining the live stream. If this is your first time here, just feel free to jump in and ask any questions. I don't know if you follow me on Twitter. If not, if this is your first time on my YouTube stream, welcome. What are my opinions on token libertarians / conservatives? Do you mean like token women or like token minority libertarians conservatives? If so, I think that it's BS. And if you have to say, oh, this woman in this minority agrees with me, so therefore my ideology must be correct. That's stupid, and that doesn't make any sense. Whether or not a woman agrees with you, let's talk about women, because I am one, in case you didn't know. If you have to point at me, because I'll have people tag me in threads. Let's say one of my followers is arguing with somebody on Twitter and is saying, oh, let me tag Mackenzie. because she's a female libertarian. Because, you know, they always make the joke that libertarianism is a straight white male ideology. Who cares? One, why does that matter? So they'll tag me in the thread and be like, actually, and they'll tag me and say, this person, meaning me, is a female libertarian. They don't care. Number one, these leftists don't actually care. You could tag hundreds of women that are libertarians. Good luck finding them, but you could theoretically tag them, and that wouldn't make them suddenly go, oh, well then maybe your ideology is correct. They don't actually care. They're just using it to attack you. And also, it's not a valid point anyway. So, it doesn't matter. So those are my thoughts on token, you know. Vince in YouTube chat said, speaking of, how do you deal with the degeneracy and or statism you find in the cosplay / gaming / anime / nerd community? Whew. There's a lot of it, and it's very outspoken, as I'm sure many of you know, because it's outspoken in a lot of hobbies, because the left basically owns culture. And I have a lot of friends that cosplay, that are into anime and that community that I meet up with at conventions that probably would vehemently disagree with me personally. And it's really unfortunate, but we kind of just talk about cosplay and we don't really talk about politics. And sometimes I'll add those people to a personal Facebook, and then if they're cool, I'll give them my Twitter and see if they can handle it and see if they still want to be friends. But as far as how do I handle it, I just do. That's a really bad answer, but, you know, it's just unfortunately comes with the territory. Like I said, I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with that are in quote-unquote nerdier hobbies. Yes, I'm an anarcho-capitalist. If you are here on YouTube, it's in my Twitter bio. Ray said they're losing their grip, though. I do like to think that they're losing their grip, but, you know, we can't know for sure. I like to think that I'm helping out with that, and hopefully the people that I'm becoming friends with in the cosplay community. And I have, to be fair, I have had cosplayers reach out to me personally on my Facebook that I've added and say, hey, I can't say this publicly, which is sad, but thanks for posting what you do, and I wish I had, you know, the guts to say what you're saying, but I'm too scared, or I don't want to be alienated by my friends. And that's really sad, but also it's really cool that people are reaching out, and I think there's a lot more people that are silent that probably agree with me than I think. And that's both comforting and kind of sad. And hopefully, eventually, those people will speak up too. And that's all we can hope for. And I try to encourage that, obviously. Vince, yes, it is the background of my YouTube profile picture. That is the ANCAP flag. Todd is asking in YouTube chat, when you cosplay, is it always dressing up as a character from an anime or movie / show, or do you make original characters? Sorry for the noob question. No, not a noob question at all. There are people that dress up as OCs, original characters. I don't do that, but there are people that do. If I'm dressing up, it's 9 times out of 10 going to be anime. I will hopefully be doing some more non-anime cosplays because I've had a lot of requests for them, A, and B, I do want to branch out a little bit like someone was talking about earlier. So let me restart. I've lost my Periscope stream, so let me restart it really quick so I can keep up. I will. Ray said, as long as they keep as long as they keep force feeding us wokeness, they'll keep losing. I think so. I think the more extreme people get, the more anybody who is not absolutely insane is going to wake up and go, oh. Coco in the Periscope chat said, did the hub seriously just join Twitter? No, he doesn't have a Twitter unless he's... No. Alana asked, do you have something in mind for branching out? Cosplay-wise for branching out, I do have myself as a closet cosplay. Just like you take pieces of clothing you already have in your closet. My cover photo on Twitter. My cover photo for me on Twitter is me in my casual Scully, Agent Scully cosplay from X-Files. I would love to do an actual official, I go get like a tailored women's suit that's 90s style Scully cosplay. I would love to do that because the picture in my Twitter header is actually, my hair's fairly long. I've teased my hair and tucked it into a fake bob. So that's not something I could wear at conventions. So I would love to do an actual good Scully cosplay. Obviously, that's one of my favorite shows. So I'd love to do that. I'd love to do more comic and video game characters. I have done 2B from Nier Automata and Samus. So I've done a few things, and I'm going to do Zelda from Breath of the Wild, hopefully here in a few months. So we will see. Ray Cancer's asking, where'd you get the space age material for your Samus suit? All of my bodysuit patterns are by an amazing pattern designer named Brandon Gilbert on Instagram. And he designs the 3D looking patterns with shading on them. And then I have all of my suits printed by Heroes Time, which is an online website. So it's a combination of two different companies and artists working together, and I commission them and I give them my measurements because I have really weird measurements. I am a short person with tall person arms and legs, so I can't just buy a small or buy a medium. I have to get it tailored to fit me, which is a pain, but I want it to look good, so. Yeah, I am Slender Woman. That's me. People are like, what's your body type? Pear, hourglass. I'm like, Slender Woman. That's it. So I do take cosplay suggestions, but I have made it a personal rule of mine that I try very hard not to cosplay from an anime I haven't seen or a game I haven't played. The exceptions to that are Samus, because my husband likes Samus, and 2B. I haven't played Nier Automata, but I like the game, and 2B's cool, and all my friends wanted me to cosplay it, so I did. And Zelda, because my husband really likes the series, and Breath of the Wild. So I'm going to cosplay that too. Those are the exceptions. 9 times out of 10, if I've cosplayed something, I've watched the anime or played like Girls Frontline, the mobile game. I have the game. I like it. I like that character, that anime gun waifu, so I cosplay her. I always hated, I feel like one of the most common criticisms of cosplayers is that they cosplay things because they're popular and not because they've actually seen them. And I don't want to be that person. So I try really hard not to be that person. And also a huge reason why I cosplay is because it's cool when people come up to you at conventions and they're like, oh, you're Raftalia from Shield Hero. And I'm like, yeah. And then you get to talk about the anime and geek out. And that's fun. And you can't do that if you haven't seen the anime and you haven't played the game that you're cosplaying. So it defeats the purpose for me. So the girl from Astral Chain would be cool. We actually have Astral Chain for the Switch, but I haven't played it, so that would break my rule, but maybe I should play it. The only other character from that anime that I would cosplay would be Misato, so there's a chance. Maybe. Have I seen The Witcher, the Netflix series? No. Vince is asking, have you ever watched or played something, initially at least, because you wanted to cosplay a character? Absolutely. Actually, I'm doing I don't know if you you might be familiar. I feel like there's some nerdy people in the chat. With the Fire Emblem games, I'm hopefully gonna play through Fire Emblem Three Houses before May, because I'm being flayed from that game for a cosplay group, and we're doing a photo shoot, and I still have to get the costume, and I have to play through the game so I don't break my rule. So yeah, there's definitely times where I play through games or watch anime because I'm like, that's a cool character design, and I don't want to, be that person. I want to be familiar with the character. Also, if you're going to do photo shoots, if you haven't seen the anime or played through the game, it's kind of hard to capture the mannerisms of the character and stuff like that. So that is important for that too. Oh yeah, I do know Ciri from Witcher. I'm familiar with the characters because a lot of people cosplay them, and Witcher is obviously a pretty popular game series, so there's a few of them. So what am I playing now? I don't play video games in general. Right now I'm kind of just messing around waiting for Animal Crossing to come out here in a month or so I can play it on the Switch. Demon Cypher has joined the Periscope chat. Hello. Benevator, that's a cool Twitter name, has joined the Periscope chat. Welcome. I just made a thread about this the other day. I don't really play video games. People just assume because I cosplay that I play video games, and I think it's hilarious, but I don't. In general, I don't. Gamerham Sandwich says, Animal Crossing and The Sims, man. Chicks dig those games. Yeah, one time on Twitter, I said that Animal Crossing was a girl game, and some guy got really unironically angry at me, and I think he actually ended up blocking me, which is wild, but yeah. Oh, I'm not an XD gamer girl. Demon Cypher, I do play Girls Frontline. By play, I mean I log on every day and blow all my resources to try to get gun waifus. That's the extent of me playing Girls Frontline. But that's kind of the whole point. Ray, congratulations on your 50 follower milestone for your trolling. That is impressive. I post all the time that I don't play video games on Twitter. I think that's why my followers kind of think it's hilarious, because I'm not one of those people that's gonna lie and be like, oh yeah, I've totally played that video game. I totally know all about comics. I'm not that kind of person that's gonna do that. So, Demon Cypher, of course I played Girls Frontline. I have cosplayed Girls Frontline. Have you not seen it? Gabriel Sandwich in the YouTube chat says, excuse me. This is in all capital letters. Excuse me, Animal Crossing is an epic gamer game. Ah, yes. Animal Crossing and Candy Crush are pretty much the most skilled video games that you can play. Everyone knows this. I know it, you know it. It's just the truth. A basketball on the YouTube chat is asking, as an ANCAP, what strategy for political change do you prefer or see more as more legitimate, and why? Reform, revolution, or agorism? Me. I'm assuming you're an agorist then. I think I see reform as the best option. I don't know. I kind of have a fourth option. Maybe this falls under one of those. I'm not really sure exactly what you mean by those. I don't think any of those are going to work until people have the foundation of culture underneath them that's not leftist. Right now the left runs culture. That's why I combine my cosplay and all my stuff on my Twitter, because I'm trying to connect with people and change culture that way. And I think that's our best bet. And yes, that by Jeff Dice, the taco salad suggesting, highly recommend you check that out. Small Revolution's great. Alana Workman says, I feel like it's, in the YouTube chat says, I feel like it's really easy to know when people are lying about those kinds of things. See, I genuinely think it's hilarious in kind of a dark humor way when people lie about knowing something on the internet or try to play something off as like not what it is, because it's really obvious that you don't know what you're talking about. That's why I don't try to do it. Coco Second asks on the Periscope chat, who is worse, K-pop stans or leftists? There is no difference. So, yes, is my answer. Demon Cypher on Periscope asked if I ever got my Facebook live stream going. No, I didn't. I explained earlier in the stream that Facebook is always changing how their platform works with live streaming to optimize it, supposedly, and if you don't report to Restream when they've done that, then it makes it basically impossible to stream on Facebook. So, no, I haven't got it working. Hey to everybody joining on Periscope. I see we have a few more people joining there. So I'm going to stream for until about probably 9:15. So we have like half an hour. So if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, questions you want to get in, things you want to ask, topics you want to discuss, shoot. Can I say that on YouTube? You think they'll know I mean like ask the question? We'll see. It's 7:42 p.m. in Arizona. Dang. Oh, all right, because you guys are an hour behind us. Ray Rays, no, they don't. The answer to your question is no. Common Your Sense has joined the Periscope chat. Hello. Welcome. Oh yeah, it's 9 o'clock in Florida. See, I feel like 7 Central is a pretty good time because I catch the East Coast and the South and the West Coast. It's a decent time to where people can join, I think. So I think I'm gonna stick with 7 for my weeknight streams because I feel like 9 o'clock, at least for me, isn't that late to be up, and I'm about to end here in half an hour. So, hello, Common Your Sense on Periscope. Glad you could stop by. Probably gonna go for about 30 more minutes here. Twitter must be the late night audience. I see a lot more people joining on Periscope now. Checking it out. So funny thing that happened, me see if I can. You guys are probably like, oh God, she's at it again. She's trying to do technology. I know. Let me see if I can find this though, because it was legitimately really funny. Did you guys see my Chikorita video? That was pretty cool, right? Once I can figure out how to display things on screen, that's going to be my opening. Coco, yeah, you're in Central Time with me, aren't you? If it's 8:30 in Texas. Oh, Alana asks in the YouTube chat, what do you feel about Valentine's Day? Does it matter to you, or is it just a silly holiday? Valentine's Day was invented to sell cards. So I think it's just a silly holiday. We usually go out to dinner, but we don't do anything fancy. A few years ago, I went to see Dennis DeYoung because Styx is my favorite band, so I like to see Dennis DeYoung because he came on Valentine's Day. But we don't do anything like extra. We're just going out to dinner. I want to dress up, dress cute, go to dinner. That's it though. Nothing too crazy. Gabriel said I usually make chalky milk and watch Ghibli after work on Valentine's. That sounds nice. A dad told me that on Valentine's Day he takes out his daughter and his sons take out his wife for Valentine's Day. And I thought that was a cute tradition. That sounds like a really, wholesome family tradition for Valentine's Day. They're not trying to date their parents. You guys are so weird. Why did I have a feeling you would say that? Here we go. Guys, I figured it out. Open. Oh yeah, I got chocolate covered strawberries for my dad too. It was really nice. Oh, somebody earlier asked me if I would support Jacob Hornberger in a candidacy. I mean, in spirit, yeah, but like I'm not gonna vote, so I don't associate with the LP. So, boomer understanding of technology intensifies. I swear I've figured it out. Give me 5 seconds here. I got it. Cut. Oh, did it work? It worked! I did it! I know, you guys can probably hear me clicking. Waiting for it to switch over here. It's good enough. This is close enough. So, if you guys weren't here earlier, this is pretty funny. So basically this girl earlier was like trying to say that I wasn't real, and I finally got the screen caps if anybody didn't see it. So the funniest thing about this person in particular that was really, really angry at me is that obviously that's me in the photo. So like there's that. That's hilarious by itself. I actually consider it a compliment when people say, oh, you're an anime profile picture, because technically I am, I guess, but it's me in cosplay. Well, and then you go to the fact that, like, if you see her bold name is cosplay gamer. So she cosplays. So the fact that somebody who supposedly cosplays didn't realize that I was cosplaying in my profile picture is absolutely hilarious. And I did invite her to the stream. So you also see she scrolled down my timeline. You see she said, let's not count the random teen/bride pic you posted. You're probably asking, what the hell does she mean by that? I posted a picture of myself from 8th grade where I look like a small boy, and me in my wedding dress, and made a really wholesome post about how, you know, we've come so far and blah, blah, blah. And she apparently thinks that wasn't me, and that doesn't count. And also, she's asking me why I'm not afraid that I'm going to be replaced by an anime girl, because I have more to offer than one, unlike cam girls. I don't know what else to tell her. And then she was so mad that she actually, after I quote tweeted her, she went to her Twitter and like took a screenshot. I guess she was really mad at this, which is really funny. If you know what this means, you'll understand why it's so funny that she was angry at this. She couldn't even tag me in the tweet. I mean, come on. She could at least have the decency to tag me in the tweet. Oh, wait, she did there at the end. Okay, well, I guess she does have little guts. But at this point, like, all she was doing, she just wanted attention. Like, that's all this was. She's the one that's got 12,000 followers and is getting 15 likes on her tweets. So I eventually realized it was too late. I'd already quote tweeted her that the only reason she was reacting to me was to try to get attention and desperately get interaction on her Twitter, which she didn't get, by the way. There's like 3 replies to this, I think, and like 1 person randomly retweeted it. So not that matters, but I'm just saying that, you know, it didn't work. So that's kind of sad, to be honest. But yeah, she went kind of nuts. She was not happy. She thought I was fake. So, you know, that's always funny. Gotta love, I'm totally a bot, guys. I'm not real. I'm clearly an anime girl using a voice changer. This is virtual reality. You just don't know it. Yeah, I mean, cosplay girls aren't gonna survive the incel rebellion either, but like that's fine because I'm not like a cosplay girl. I don't cosplay for a living. It's just a hobby. And I have a husband, so I've been dating someone / married to someone for 8 years. So, unlike webcam models, I'm not worried about the incel rebellion at all. So, you are right though, cosplayers won't survive it either. But that's fine because it's just a hobby. This isn't how I make my living. So. Martin on Periscope says hi. Hey Martin, what's up? Probably gonna stream here for about 20 more minutes. So if you guys have any questions you want to get in, get them in. Ray Cancer says, correction, no women will survive the incel rebellion. I mean, that's fine, because according to Ash Cosplay here that's mad at me, Gamer Babe 420, I'm not a girl. I'm pretending. So I'm good. Do I follow Styx? You mean the YouTuber or my favorite band? If you mean the YouTuber, no. Thanks for stopping by, fellow. Fellow says, gotta go for now, bye. Peace out. Have a good night. Anybody that's popping out, just have a happy sleeps. See, guys, I told you I would figure out how to do that. I did not watch Steph's debate. I did watch that guy's video critiquing Steph. I don't know, it just doesn't seem that interesting to me. That Jay guy kind of seems like he's a Redditor, so I try to avoid those. Thoughts on Brittany Venti? Did she clean up her cat shit yet? Did we ever find out? Tyler in the YouTube chat says, are you trad? No. I wear skin tight bodysuits as a hobby. Nobody that's trad has social media. Got a good tweet thread for you. Let me link it. yeah, so after all those cam girls came after me, I gained 100 followers today, so that's cool, I guess. Wonder how many they got. Because they were clearly trying to get clout from me. Phileas asked, would you violate the NAP for $20? If you're paying me, that's a consensual act, so that's like, sure, I guess. I will not step on you, so don't ask. You absolute degenerates. I will say that a lot of trad accounts, and by trad accounts, I mean accounts that have like less than 100 followers that are clearly using some other woman's profile picture as their profile picture, have been following me on Twitter an awful lot lately, and I just want you to know that I see you and you're not real. And I know it. So, nice try, FBI, I guess. Yeah, it's so funny. Every time somebody attacks me on Twitter that's libertarian, they try to be like, ooh, she just thinks she's so trad. My picture is me in a bodysuit that's skin tight. I regularly make fun of trad people. I have a thread on Twitter making fun of how trad people on Twitter are clearly not trad, and a lot of them suspiciously are in the 28 to 35 range and have suddenly decided to become trad. You see what I'm saying here? Get picking up what I'm putting down here? Oh, right. Pleb of Reason points out, skin-tight bodysuits are pretty much the standard for trad women on Twitter. And you know what? You got me there. I guess in that respect, I am trad. Because that's what's so funny. When I make fun of trad, I'm not making fun of people that are actually traditional and actually do that. I'm making fun of the people who say they're trad and they aren't. But I don't call myself trad because I think it's hilarious. If you want to see that thread here, I'll link it. Give me a sec here. Here's that Twitter thread about me being trad if you want to read it. Those are my thoughts on trad people on Twitter. We should make a parody of the crab people from South Park, but do trad people. All those men with female profile pictures pretending to be 30-year-old trad women that are unmarried. What the heck? I got something on my phone and it peeled the... Hey Andrew, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Glad you enjoy my Twitter/Instagram. I am hopefully Instagram is one of those places I'm going to be posting more to as I do more cosplays. Taco Salad in the YouTube chat asked, do you think the #1 job of libertarians should be policing racists and racism? No, that's stupid. The #1 job of libertarians should be abolishing the state. Period. I have a feeling a lot of that other stuff will follow. But no, that's not the #1 job. Phileas, I don't buy my own costumes. I get my costumes commissioned. But they are definitely not $10. They're more like $100 to $300 depending on how complicated the costume is. Vince is complaining about his students. Vince in the YouTube chat said, also because I'm grading assignments right now, I'm going to complain for a sec about students not following instructions. Thanks, kids. I honestly hate giving you 40%. Well, you know, when they've gone up through school not being taught critical thinking and just taught to answer questions, you can't really fault them for that. Ray's asked, what is the average cosplay outfit cost? For me, personally, probably anywhere from $150 to $450. The $450 end is going to be cosplays that include props. So, like, I have ordered a fake UMP9 prop for my UMP9 cosplay. So I have a life-size gun prop that I can safely carry around to cons without people freaking out. And that was $150 just by itself with shipping and everything. So it gets pretty expensive, but it can get a lot more expensive than that. So that's why I have a Ko-Fi, but otherwise I just save up myself and I just buy my cosplays. So. Plug of Reason, has there been a fully fledged book or source of information that would detail how Ancapistan would work in every facet? I say this on every live stream, and I'm not mad about it. I love plugging it. If you are looking for resources on anarcho-capitalist or minarchist instead of milquetoast libertarianism, please check out Mises.org. That's MISES.org. They have hundreds of free PDFs and audiobooks for you to listen to of classic libertarian philosophy, economics. Check out their YouTube, check them out on Twitter. They have full-on YouTube videos of lectures that have been given detailing these topics. That's the best resource that you're going to find, in my opinion. It's helped me a ton. It's where I've learned a ton of what I know. I'm still learning. I'm not the most knowledgeable person, but I can definitely suggest Mises.org. That's going to be the best place for you to go. And yes, they do have a YouTube channel and they do post full lectures of a lot of stuff on there. So definitely check that out. If you're a person that's more of like someone that learns by listening or watching someone speak or want it to be more like a classroom type atmosphere, I definitely recommend their YouTube. But check out the website too, because you can buy books online there too. If you hear a lecture of a person, you want to buy a book that they've written. Layla Storm Chaser is asking in YouTube chat, could you recommend some good cosplay costuming suppliers? Yeah, actually I might, maybe if people want it, start incorporating cosplay videos. Some that I can suggest off the top of my head are Easy, the letter E, that letter Z cosplay. I've ordered from them quite a few times. Their stuff is fairly decent quality, so you're not like wearing a cheap cosplay around. They can tailor make things to fit you too. If you're like me and you have weird measurements or want things to fit more exact so the costume looks better. Wig wise, like cosplay wigs, you can order things from Arda wigs, that's one of the go-tos. Obviously, a lot of people that are into cosplay already know about Arda wigs. That's ARDA wigs. They're great, but a lot of their stuff is out of stock a lot. I like to order a lot of my wigs from Lukai Wigs, which is actually a direct supplier from overseas. It takes a little bit longer, but they are a little bit cheaper, but they're great quality. And a lot of my cosplays are from Lukai Wigs, and that's Lucaille, I believe, wigs. They're really good. And as Cass is pointing out in the comments, it's amazing what you can find at secondhand clothing stores when you're piecing together something. So he's right. For example, my Scully cosplay that I was talking about earlier that's in my Twitter header is just a blazer that I found and some dress pants I already had and a t-shirt that I ordered off of Redbubble that says, hey Mulder, it's me. So it really is kind of cool what you can find, and you can find stuff on Amazon and stuff like that, but those wig stores and those cosplay shops have been really good to me, and I always recommend thrifting anything that you can. So and Phileas, guess you missed my last live stream. We kind of talked about this. I consider minarchists allies, and we don't have to agree on anything. And Lilith, I don't know if you follow me on Twitter, but if you @ me, I'll follow you, and you can DM me and ask me any cosplay questions you want. I am always up for answering cosplays questions. Andrew said, were you able to make Casey's Super Bowl parade? No, I was not able to go, which is sad, but someone did mail me some confetti from the parade. So there's that. It was really cold, and they were actually supposed to get quite a bit of snow, so I didn't want to risk the drive because it's a fairly far drive. So Ray, shut up. Yeah, Andrew, fingers crossed about the Chiefs. Hopefully we'll have more chances. Fingers crossed. Really cool that I got to see us win. Super exciting. So definitely getting to some games next year. Club of Reason said hierarchies are always going to exist, so it's a matter of figuring out how power doesn't consolidate in a state in that fashion as it always does. I mean, yes, hierarchies are always going to exist, but libertarianism is not the abolishment of hierarchies. That would be stupid. It's also not the complete abolishment of collectivism. That would also be stupid. There are libertarians that are absolute individualists. I'm not one of them. There is good collectivism. The family unit is good collectivism. Communities that have similar belief values, that's collectivism, but that's cool, as long as you're not using force on another person. So, not saying that you were saying that, but just kind of explaining, people know my point of view. Alright folks, you got a few minutes that I'm popping off here. Thanks to everybody who came out to the stream. I'm going to start doing this every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central. So if you liked this, stop on by. I also think I've decided I'm going to be doing a stream in cosplay once a month. So that won't be a super regular thing, but people seem to be interested in that. So once a month I'm going to get on camera in costume and just chat with you guys on YouTube and Twitter, just like I did tonight, but in costume. So every Thursday night, 7 p.m. to 9-ish p.m. Central. You can check me out here on YouTube or here on Periscope. And it's been fun hanging out with you guys. If you are just joining the stream and you're bummed because you missed the live stream, for now, I am going to leave my live streams up on YouTube. So this one will take a little bit to render on YouTube as it does, I will delete them off Twitter after 24 hours, but they will stay up on my YouTube. So if you're just a person who just likes to like listen to some podcasts and stuff at work and you missed the live stream and you want to hear if I discussed anything or answered any questions that you might have about me, they'll be up on my YouTube in full. So you guys will be able to watch them still. Because I realized Thursday night, not everybody's available to watch live streams. So for now, I'm going to leave my comfy live streams up for people to rewatch later if they want. So we had a like crazy amount of people for my channel in here tonight, so thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for liking the video and subscribing. I've had like 30 plus subscribers in the past few days, and I haven't live streamed since last week, so that's really, really cool. So I'll be doing this once a week, so hopefully I see you guys in the future, and thanks for coming and hanging out with me. And that's all. Happy sleeps, everybody. I know it's super late for some of you, so go to sleep if you want, because it's really late. I know it was like 2 a.m. for some of the Europeans in here, so everybody have a good night, stay comfy, and I will catch you guys on the next stream.